Oh my gosh, I can see the sweat on me. Hat actually keeps the hot in more. But anyways, let's check this out. Oh, that's so good. So good. This is Nature's Juice Box. So good. So the first one looks awesome. Like, look at that meat. It doesn't smell bad. Tastes pretty good. Yeah, this is milk making quality for sure. I'm gonna try the second one. Put that back on. This one's really hot. I don't even know if that's the one that I knocked down, but we'll try it anyway. And this is not the ideal machete for doing this. It's so big. It cuts pretty well though. It's kind of thundering, but the heat is so intense right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's why Olive's running around trying to find somewhere to hide. Look at that. Full. Oh, it smells a little bit rancid. In the fridge for a bit. Yeah, that's good. When coconut meat goes bad, it tastes like soap. Or the water would taste soapy and the meat would be nasty. This is definitely hard and crunchy and good. Not exactly in the middle, but not too bad. Lunchtime? Is it time for lunch? I don't want to say I'm gonna eat my lunch, but I'm gonna eat this coconut. I think I'm gonna have a hard time keeping it for myself. I don't know how much protein or calories is in here. A lot of fat, right? I guess a coconut could be classified as a meal. I know it's gonna give me energy. It just gets boring after a while by itself, so definitely gonna have to come up with some recipes. Yeah, that had a little bit of that soapy taste. So the shell, usually, I just throw it, and the chickens eat it. Or they pick at it. I mean, I think my land could sustain me for a certain amount of time, but it's the, I think it would be like the harvesting and preparing, transforming. It takes a lot of work. So I'm gonna have to go and collect up a bunch of stuff and like stock up a little bit, because I'm getting to the point right now where I'm like so hungry that I don't have energy to go dig up a sweet potato, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I went for the coconut. It's just super easy. And the other super easy thing is bananas. And I know that there's some that are ready and they're way down in the cow field. So I'm gonna have to go down there later, because a banana for me, when I have them, I eat like 4 or 5 a day, because they're just easy and I don't have to spend time in the kitchen preparing anything. So today, and actually a couple of days ago, I started working on, the plan is to make some coconut oil, but depending on the quantity that I get, I might just make coconut milk instead. So that's a lot of work. First you gotta go find the coconuts, husk them, and then I bang them with a hammer to get them open, and then scratch out the pieces. Then I'm going to put them in a blender. I'm gonna blend them up, grind them up, and add a little bit of water and soak them. There's a process that goes with it. So the other thing that's going on right now is I am harvesting what I can to go and try and sell some stuff on the side of the road. So that's kind of what I'm working on now. And although I'm not going to be eating this stuff, it'll be interesting to see how much stuff I can just kind of collect that can be sold. I still have a lot of those yellow limes in my fridge, and I'm trying to keep them fresh looking until I can find a buyer. But I know that that was a few days ago, and I'm pretty sure I can go collect up some more. Oh my gosh, that's a ton. I already got this many in my bucket. It's gonna take a few minutes. All right, it's really starting to thunder, so I gotta get boogieing because I told my friend Sarah that I'd have the stuff all collected up and ready for tomorrow morning, and I haven't done crap. But I'm sure I saw a plantain somewhere. Gotta take these limes back to the carport and pack them in the car. So I'm gonna head back there. There's my barn. I'm gonna head back down there and see if I can find those plantains that I saw. I was just walking along on this pathway here. This here grows profusely. This is some kind of wild basil. You can almost recognize the flower, which is very cool, but it's very spicy. It tastes like basil, it smells like basil, but it's hot, like eating a oregano leaf. I'm sure that's pretty medicinal. Actually, Louise is coming with us, right, Olive? You're nervous because it's thundering. Louise is oblivious, but it's the first time she's been down here. She usually is a little bit fearful and stays at the house. She's only been here for 2 weeks maybe, and she's learning a lot of new experiences. There. I didn't bring my knife, which is kind of stupid. These, I'm sure you can't see them very well. They are a type of plantain. I think it's called a quadrado, four-sided. They're shorter and people eat them, but they're not really sold. Oh wow, I just turned my back and I see this here. This is a breadfruit tree. For anyone of Latin or African descent, you know that. I've actually never eaten one before. I harvested one once and it ended up getting rotten before I ate it. So those are not ready to be consumed, so I'm not gonna bother cutting them. But there's another tree over there. I'm gonna go check that out, see if there's a ripe one. On second thought, not. I think there's almost a ripe one right there. I'm gonna come back in a few days and eat it for myself. Apparently if you just like roast it in a fire pit, it's really delish. So I'm just gonna head back up. Kind of sucks though. And I know that there might be some guanabana already, and those things are expensive. I think it's like $3, it comes out to Canadian wise about $3 a kilo for guanabana, and some of those fruit. What? Yeah, I'm nervous about the snakes here. Louise just jumped back, but I don't see anything. Oh man. Let's just go up to the house. Come on, let's go. I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, some of those guanabana can get to probably 4 kilos or more. More than 4 kilos would be a huge one. But it's not uncommon. Too bad, you always got to keep your eyes down and be very alert on everything. Oh, this tree is falling over here. Just something else to do, I got to cut it. whenever I walk on my property, I say, oh wow, you know, it feels good to take a walk, because I don't do it all the time, honestly, not for a while. And I honestly think one of my favorite activities on this property is just taking a tool or two and walking out into the fields or walking the land, and you always find something that needs to be done, so it turns into a little project. But yeah, even if it's just like clearing the fields from old or bad weeds, you know, to maintain the quality of the cattle grass, those things, you know, if you don't know what to do on a farm, just go for a walk. You'll probably find about 7 things that need to get done. I got a few more to go. These ones have a ton of meat in them. This one actually my neighbor gave to me, and this one here, you can see the difference in the thickness. This is actually a different kind of coconut, but yep, I'm gonna, did you steal a piece? Oh. Basically, so after I get them kind of split into manageable sizes, you just stick your spoon. I use the back of my spoon, just pry it off and kind of wiggle it back and forth, pop it out, and put it in a bowl. Here's my coconut oil in the making. It's starting to separate from the curd. So this basically is a coconut milk separated. You leave it to sit, and the curd or the fat separates from the water. And so you take the curd and you heat it up until it starts to separate the oil. Yay! Honestly, I'm thinking it's not going to make me much oil. We'll see.